Hey guys, we are back finally with some more Halifax Tugboats GM mode. I know it's been a while. I've been extremely busy. I may make another video on that explaining that a bit more in depth because I don't really uh, have the time to explain it right now because we just need to get into this GM mode. And yeah, there's a lot to consider for this season because I feel like this is if there's a year that we're going to win the Stanley Cup, it needs to be this year because when you look at our forward core, we have so many forwards expiring on their contracts. Jay Connolly with 1 year left, Greg Meyer with 1 year left. Was it? Yeah, right there. And then Pavel Kozlov, we signed him to a 1 year deal this past offseason. Paul Bittner, Ryan Hartman, Charles Hudon, Corey Perry. This is probably going to be his last year, so we really have to take that into consideration. And then maybe the year, if we don't win the Stanley Cup, where we have to consider trading Ricard Raquel, Brandon Saad, guys like that, Derek Stepan at the draft. So, you know, this is a big year. And then especially PK Subban, he might drop off. We really have to keep an eye on him because if he drops off too much before the trade deadline, and if we're not looking like a team that I want to look like, then we need to really consider trading PK Subban as well. So this team is truly running out of time, or at least this roster for this team. So, like guys like Stepan, 32 years old, PK Subban, 33. So we're running out of time with this main roster, and especially with 7 forwards expiring on their contracts this year, we're up with our backs against the wall here in terms of getting the Stanley Cup with this roster. Then obviously Corpusalo, he's going to be here long term, but yeah, we have to win the Stanley Cup this year the way I see it. Corey Perry has also dropped off to an 82, so I'd like to get him another Stanley Cup before he rides off into retirement. So now, let's just check manage rosters first, just to make sure I'm not missing anyone, and then we'll get on with the season because but I don't want to waste too much time with this season, but I also, you know, I want to take my time at the same time because we really need to keep an eye on these guys. We need to keep an eye on everyone's stats. If anyone's underperforming, we need to at least consider trading them, you know, because it's do or die pretty much this season. I mean, it's not the last season of the GM mode, but it's still, you know, it's probably the last season we'll have with this exact roster. So we need to get it done this year, boys. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Ooh, Rowe grew to an 82. You know what, though? We have a stacked forward core. So once Perry retires, Rowe will probably be up here anyway. So, or you know, Perry drops off because he's already a bottom 6 potential. And actually, I forget to set the captains, didn't I? Because we who's the captains this year? It's obviously Saad, and then Perry and Bjorkstrand. All right, interesting choices, but I kind of agree there. Yeah, so let's get ahead with this simulation here and hope that this simulation can treat us nice this year because, again, as I said, it's do or die. I don't want to be going into the playoffs like in the last 2 games of the season. You know, it's got to be, in order for it to be a successful season, well, one, we have to win the Stanley Cup, but regular season, we have to be, you know, clearly in the playoffs before April. So if it doesn't look like, or before really March, I mean, not like exactly, you know, we wouldn't mathematically be in the playoffs at that point, but we have to feel confident in our team's ability to win more games to be able to, you know, solidify the playoffs before, you know, April. So we are going to sim the first preseason game here. Injuries are off. Rotate goalies are on. So let's go first period. And there you go. PK Subban, Brandon Saad, PK Subban once again. Second period, there you go. Trevor Hensick, he is on the first line now. And then third period, there you go. We win 4-3 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. And remember, we only had PK Subban for like, what, 20 games was it last year during the regular season? So hopefully this year we will have a much better regular season. So let's just get up to, actually, you know what? I'm supposed to do a scout, right? Yeah, I already did the budget stuff. But I haven't set the scout yet, so I'll do that now. Because that's kind of important. It's in the SHL right now. We'll go. No, I didn't want to go there. Go back. There you go. Scouting assignment. We will go. I'm going to say we'll go to the OHL for. What do we need? What do we need? Defenseman. 6 weeks. Yep. That sounds good. All right. So let's get on with the season simulation. And hopefully we have a good one this year because, man, it's just, I don't feel like having another season like, well, I mean, obviously a season like last year in terms of the playoffs would be nice, except one more win. But I'm talking about like just the regular season, you know. I don't want to be struggling to get into the playoffs with the roster that we have. We should be killing it. And we should be technically in the playoffs by March. By the beginning of March, right? So it's just I really, that's what I see this team as. We are nothing short of a championship team, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to go at least 45 wins or maybe even 50 this year. So all right, what are you guys losing morale for? Seriously. All right. Let's advance day, and let's get into the first game of the season against the New Jersey Devils. Here we go. Simulate, and let's get this season underway. As I said, we're going to take our time with this season. First period, there you go. Greg Meyer with the first goal of the Halifax Tugboat season. Second period, and Teasdale for the Devils on Corpusalo from the top of the circle. All right. Third period, it is going to be Rickard Rakell with the game winner, and then Ryan Hartman with the empty net. Very nice. Getting off to a good start at the season. Hopefully PK Subban influenced that a bit, and we will simulate the rest of October. Then we'll check out the stats because, as I said, we need to take everything into consideration this season, and it's gonna be a long ride. I know that for sure with this roster, and we have to, as I said, we have to keep an eye on everybody. Just to make sure that everyone's performing to standard. Well, we're 4-0 right now, so I can't complain. Just keep it going, boys. Just keep it going. And I'm 0-4. We should be able to beat them. There you go, 6-3. 2-1 for Dallas. Yep, this is what I'm talking about, boys. This is what I'm talking about. Keep it going. Of course, as I start, you know, praising them for what they've been doing, they take a 3-1 loss to the Detroit Red Wings, but they come back 4-2 against the New York Rangers, 6-1 against the Ottawa Senators. Very nice. That was a very nice October, boys. 8-1 to start the season. I would imagine we were in second at least. Yep, first. So we are currently dominating our division. That's very nice. Let's take a look at the early season stats. Brandon Saad is absolutely killing it right now. 12 points. Connolly with 11. Rickard Rakell with oh goodness, what is going on there with the graphics? Oh God. Okay. We'll just ignore that for now. Oh goodness, look at the overalls. Oh God, EA, that's terrible. That is terrible. Derek Pouliot with 10 points. Derek Stepan with 9. Subban with 7. Bittner with 6. Letty with 6. Hensick with 5 on the first line this year. Oh God, what is going on? EA, what is this? Bjorkstrand the first line with 4 points. I mean, whatever. We're getting point scores, man. We're getting points. That's second line, I'm telling you. Connolly, Sada, and Rakell. At first, when I was looking at the second line, I didn't really think they were going to be able to get that many. Like, I thought that would be average point scores, but I didn't think they would be getting this many points to start out the regular season. Good God. I mean, Pouliot, Subban, and Letty must be really helping out that offense. Kozlov with 4 points. Oh, my God. That is bugging me so much right now. Vinio, I mean, everyone's a plus too. I mean, that's good. Just keep it going, boys. I have no reason to stop the simulation right now, but you know, I just wanted to check the stats anyway. Goaltenders. Let's see. What has Corpusalo done? He has a shutout. He has 1.29 goals against average and a save percentage of .952. Just the whole team's been a beast so far this year. If you know, if this team was one person, it would be a beast. So, I mean, let's just keep going, boys. We have nothing to worry about right now. Oh, okay, okay, it apparently fixed itself. I have no question. I have nothing to say, EA. Nothing to say. You know what? Let's just check out our team stats real quick. I'm not going to change anything, obviously. I just want to see what has been going on. Obviously, we're first in the division. 88.9 point percentage. Very nice. Goals for per game of 4. Goals against per game of 1.67. My God. Power play 29.2. Everything is clicking. Oh, besides the penalty kill. 66, are you kidding me? And we have that high of a or that low of goals against per game, and our penalty kills at 66. Wow, Corpusalo must be doing some work back there, man. He is killing it. Jeez. So even though the penalty kill is terrible, I'm gonna leave it as it is because we've been winning games. If we start to drop games, obviously, then I'll change things up. But as of right now, I don't want to change a thing. So let's just keep going. Let's go 2 more weeks at least. Yeah, this team is great so far. And overtime loss there, not bad. We got a point. It was against the Eastern Conference team as well. New York 6-1 win, very nicely done, boys. Keep it going. Just keep it going. Against Calgary, they're 7-4-1. We make that 7-5-1. Very nice. Scout is calling. Yep. I mean, we don't really need it at this point though. With the rate this team is going. Did I just select forwards? Yeah, I did. Whatever. We'll change it to defenseman next time. 4-1 loss. There's our first major loss of the season. Montreal. We come out with a 6-3 win. Very nicely done, boys. We are killing it so far. Buffalo 2-0 win. And third game against Montreal in the month. Let's simulate one more day there just to see the results of that. It's a 4-2 win. Very nice. So, boys, I mean, I don't know what's gotten into this roster, but we are absolutely dominating the NHL right now. 13-2-1. Derek Pouliot with 20 points. In how many games? 16. Wow. Derek Pouliot, man. What a beast. I mean, PK Subban might be helping that, but Jesus Christ. I mean, he's on pace for, like, what, 85 points at least? Brandon Saad with 17. Connolly, Raquel with 16. And then Stepan with 15. Subban with 13. Bittner with 11 on the third line. I mean, we're just killing it all around. We really are. I'm going to check Corpusalo. He's probably even better than before. I mean, not really, but still. For this point of the season, very nice stats. 14 games in, I must say, for Corpusalo. He's even gone up. I think he's even gone up in overall to like a 92. Oh, man. I mean, we are just... we have no reason to stop the sim right now. Let's just... let's keep going. Because I want to ride this for as long as we can. So let's go the rest of the month till the 1st. And let's see what happens. How many games do we have? We have 6 games until then. So let's try to get 5 of them at least. And we come out of New York with a 4-2 win. Very nice. Well, actually, it was in Halifax, but you know what I mean. We come out of that game with a 4-2 win. Vancouver and Edmonton, a little Western Canadian road trip here, and we get a win in the shootout against Vancouver, and a 1-goal game loss against Edmonton Oilers, but then a 5-1 victory against the LA Kings. Very nice. Can we win these next 2 games against Arizona and New York? No, against Arizona and New York, we have a... Come on, simulation. You're making this so difficult to commentate. 3-2 win. Very nice. But nonetheless, it is December 1st. We are 17-4-1. We are I would say unless someone drops a huge ball uh, at some point in this season, I would say we're definitely a playoff team the way we look right now. I mean, Pouliot 23 points, Stepan with 21, Connolly with 19, Subban with 18, Raquel with 18, Saad with 18, Bittner with 15, Letty with 12, Hudon and Bjorkstrand with 10. I mean, good God, Hudon on the fourth line has the same amount of points as Bjorkstrand on the first line. But you know what? I'm not complaining. We we have everyone's chipping in at some point or another. Everyone's a plus. I mean, good God, look at these plus. Look at these plus ratings. No one's lower than a +4 for Trevor Hansick, and then a +18 for Seth Jones. Then goaltenders, let's check out Corpusalo again. 1.89 for goals against average, and then Stellars has really improved as well, 1.71. And then save percentage, 0.933, 0.942. Everyone's just killing it. We are getting it done. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, let's just keep going. I mean, I know I said I wanted to take this year slow, but I wasn't expecting us to do this well. Good God. Let's go another 2 weeks here. Let's see. Philadelphia 6-5 shootout win. So, I mean, hey, you know what? Even though that was a point for Philadelphia, that was 2 points for us. So, can't complain. 1-0 win against Boston. Very nice. New Jersey, that is going to be a 4-0 win. Wow, we are killing it. Nashville against PK Subban's old team. 3-1 loss. All right. Fair enough. They're going to happen eventually. You can't expect like a 70-win season. 5-3 win against the Washington Capitals. Very nice. Philadelphia is going to be a 4-2 win. Awesome. This team's just doing wonders right now, boys. You know what? I'm not even going to check the stats this time. We're just going to keep rolling. We're just going to keep rolling. Winnipeg, Toronto, 2-1 win. And that is going to be a 6-4 loss. All right, fair enough. Again, those losses are going to happen eventually. You know, you can't expect a team to go, as I said, you can't expect a perfect season, especially in the NHL. 4-1 loss against Florida. Come on now, boys. Get back in the win column. There you go, against Tampa Bay. I have nothing to worry about with this team right now. We are just firing on all cylinders. Come on now, boys. Don't... Seriously, I got to stop saying things. I really got to stop jinxing myself with this stuff. There you go. 3-0 win. Just keep it going, boys. Just keep it going. We'll go the rest of December there. Dallas and St. Louis on the road. And that is going to be a 6-3 loss. Come on, boys. We started out so well. Come on, get back in the win column now. Don't let me see a 10 there. Oh, my God. We saw it. Maybe this is where the penalty kill starts hurting us, but we'll check out the stats anyway. We're still first in the East, but if we start losing games at the rate that we just did there in the last simulation, then we're going to drop off at some point. You know, the New York Rangers are going to catch us if that happens. So Pouliot's dropped off a bit in point scoring. That's going to happen. Stepan with 33 points. Connolly with 32. Pouliot, Saad 29. Again, everyone's pitching in. Yeah, I mean, plus minuses have gone down there a bit with recent games, but not going to worry about that at the moment. Goaltenders, Stellars could be doing a bit better, but other than that, yeah, not too much to complain about. Yeah, let's check out team stats. Let's see if the penalty kill improved. Yeah, because that'll be interesting. That may need to be a change we think about. Goals for per game, we are first in the Metro with 3.25. Very nice. Goals against per game, we are first in the Metro with 2.22. Awesome. Penalty or power play, we are second in the Metro with 26.3. Good, good. All right, penalty kill obviously improved. It's still not great, but I would imagine, you know, going from a 66 for like what 10 games into a 78 almost halfway through the season is not bad. You know, over the past 20 games, I'd say that means we're probably around 80 85, 86, you know, so. But I am going to stop the simulation there since we did go on a bit of a losing streak there. So I want to have the perfect season for the Halifax Tugboats this year. In terms of, you know, just sailing into the playoffs and then getting the Stanley Cup. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one.